Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast for today, Wednesday, August the 20th, 2014. And as always, thank you for taking time to have coffee with me, tea, crumpets, vodka, I don't know, Long Island iced tea, whatever you're drinking. I appreciate it. So this is your message for today, the 20th of August, 2014. And 20 is the Sun card. Yesterday we experienced the Sun card energy because I was wearing it and I pulled it. And it's coming up like twice today. And let me back up. Today is not Sun energy. Yesterday was Sun energy. I pulled the Sun card for today from Sunday of this past week. Today's energy, 20, is Judgment. Being freed from the things that are holding you back. And I love this card because it's often like, you know, Gabriel blowing the trumpet, everybody being released from the grave. It's very biblical in a sense. And just a beautiful image because it's just like things that are holding you back. The grave is a lie. You know, there's no grave, really, for the soul, for the body that goes back to ashes, yeah, but not for the soul and that eternal being that you are, that eternal spark of God, which means you are God, which is a tough one for a lot of people to comprehend and swallow. So 20 boils down to number 2. 2 is our high priestess. She is knowledgeable. She is wise. She is intuitive. She knows the law, the Torah. She is just very powerful in a lot of ways, in a humble kind of a way, in a peaceful kind of a way. You know, I imagine her moving through a crowd almost like she's floating on air. She doesn't even take steps. She just floats. Just my images I get from her. It helps me fuel the fire. So, all the numbers added up today give us the number 17, which are echoing back to Sunday. 17 is that star energy after the Tower card, which is 16. So a little bit of that hope, that glimmer. It's like we're repeating from Sunday through Wednesday. We're going to repeat it again Wednesday through Saturday. That energy of star, moon, sun, finally freedom. So it's like the light gets brighter and brighter until we finally have that freedom. And 17 also boils down to number 8, which is strength card. Strength is often a woman taming a lion, touching a lion, encountering a giant cat. My card is 3 beautiful cats. She's very African, princess-like, queen-like. So strength really is a feminine kind of a number. It's double 4s. It's like double solid, double earthly feeling. So just beautiful energy. And then the card that I did pull for today, like I rambled through a moment ago, was the Sun card. So last Sunday when I pulled a card for each day and took an overview, today was the Sun card. Beginnings, birth, starts. Fresh new look on things because the light is shining even much brighter than before. I like how that kind of gave a purple thing. And I wore purple today. When I walk into my closet, I look up at my polos because I wear polos to work. And I go, what color do I want to wear today? And Spirit usually says that one. It's like today I don't want to wear purple. And Spirit was like, no, wear purple. So purple, obviously, it's kind of an indigo or a violet. So it's definitely third eye and crown chakra. I tend to go a little bit more with the third eye because for me, crown chakra tends to be white, even though it is the violet. So this could be close to that. Go with what works for you. These are my rules. I make them up, which that's part of the lesson today, right for that one. I need a sip of coffee for this. What's coming? So I need to pull a Lenormand and a tarot right now. So if you're doing a little development, like some psychic development, like seeing how good you are, oh, by the way, somebody sent me an email the other day about Sarasota, the psychic challenge. Oh, I'm out of town that day. Oh, I was like, I would so love to do like some big psychic challenge like that. It would be interesting. And I'm one of those people that I go into it, you know, I'm very competitive by nature, but I don't like to compete because I don't like how I feel. So I usually go into it just, you know, competing kind of internally with myself. It feels much more fun. I don't get into the chest beating kind of stuff. So Lenormand for today to add to the mix that we already have, and I'll sum it up. Ooh, Clover. This is number 2. This is like just lucky, lucky, beautiful. One of my favorite cards because I love the color green. Very much so. So this card is just very positive. You know, Lenormand is designed and has positive and negative cards. It's designed for fortune telling. I'm honoring it as that system, even though I work with it here. So I'm sticking with this is Clover, this is positive, this is, you know, fortune, money, financials coming in a very positive way. It's the 6 of diamonds, as you can see there. And then a 6 of coins, which is balance, which is money, which is, you know, abundance. So a very cool card. And again, I'll give an overview of everything today. And then the tarot card for today to go along with it is going to be 7 of coins, which is right after the 6 of coins. So this is definitely an abundant, money-filled day. The 7 of coins, as you can see, I feel like it's the low-hanging fruit. I mean, she's got a basket. It's empty. She's in a field that is ready to be harvested. The fruit is hanging. Just pick it, pull it down. You know, this is literally, today is just like a golden day. It's just gorgeous and beautiful and positive. So we've got this freedom from the things holding us back. We are smart and knowledgeable as the high priestess. We are strong to pick the fruit with the strength card. We had the star, the hope, and then we had this lucky card, this abundant card. Today should be a day where you skip down the road, clicking your heels, like a young Irish lad you are. That's what this day feels like. And when I get into the message, I think it's going to really echo this. So first of all, Janet from Australia, thank you for my email this morning. It actually goes along with what I was already going to talk about. So I appreciate you confirming it. So yesterday, I kept thinking, yesterday afternoon, I kept thinking about a statement I wrote at the beginning of one of the videos, like in the post on Facebook. So if you only watch this on YouTube, you didn't see it. So I wrote something to the effect of, I acknowledge that there are things that the world would call negative, bad, or evil. You know, war, famine, what's going on in Ferguson, you know, killing of animals, you know, slaughtering of people and genocide and things like that. I said I acknowledge those kind of things, and I call that dense, heavy, low vibration stuff. I personally don't use the word evil, negative, or, you know, all that stuff, even though I feel like it's just semantics. So, boom. So I acknowledge all of that, but I continue to choose to think of positive things. And again, I kept thinking about that, and I thought, you know, what is it about that statement that I continue to think about? And, you know, when I first started doing this work, and I still had a lot of flavor from my Christian background, and even when I was deep in the Nazarene church, I always thought, you know, your words are powerful. In the Bible, it says God created, he said, spoke. Everything was spoken into existence, which for me is words are powerful. You know, our thoughts become our words become what we are creating in front of us, kind of a thing. So I always knew that our words were very powerful. And I have been a pretty positive person most of my life, but I also know as I've grown, I've vibrated with the crowd that I was in. And I just, again, kept thinking about that. And, you know, one of the images I had in my quiet time was, you know, why do we resonate with things heavy or dense or whatever like that? And Spirit was giving me images of like how it helped, like if we go to watch a movie that we know is going to have like a sad kind of a theme to it, but there's typically like a positive upswing and the vibration is higher at the end. And that's where I feel like Hollywood, you know, takes things to a higher level and higher vibration by the time you've wrapped the story up. And that's also because we do want to walk out of the theater feeling good. So all that being said, my point is, and I didn't want to think too much on this because I didn't want to have a pat answer for you. I wanted to be in the moment, which is how I work. So as I travel through my day, I acknowledge that there is some heavy stuff going on, some dense vibration, some low, some evil, some negative, some ugly stuff going on. I acknowledge it. I don't discount it. And if you ever send an email or message to me about somebody being sick or surgery or death or whatever, I usually say I'm sending high vibration to you and your family. And what that is I know part of my job, and I also know what I'm called to do and feel to do is continue to raise the vibration of this planet. So and what I said in that statement is I'm focusing on the high vibration things, the good, the positive, the uplifting. Because if we do create with our words, our actions, and our thoughts, my goal is to create beautiful things. And I even went down the road of like aliens. You know what? As we as a society continue to believe more and more and more that there are aliens and other beings out there, we will eventually see them because we're creating that reality. If we watch the news and we just focus on nothing but the negative, ugly, bad, we will continue to create more of that. And I remember this preacher saying one time years ago, he said, so do you think, you know, on percentage wise, do you think that there's a whole lot more good or bad in the world? And I'm going to sneeze. And I remember thinking, I think there's a lot more good. And he said, and he threw a statistic out there, but I didn't think it was founded in anything because he loved to exaggerate because he told stories to get the message across. But if you really think about it, there's so much more good positive, high vibrational things going on in this world, but the news and a lot of, social media, things like that tend to focus on what is negative. And I think that's almost like the ego just fearful that it's going to just diminish into nothing, that, that heavy, dense, evil, because, and people just tend to stay in that. So I know I'm rambling, but again, I wanted to come at this fresh for you because I know you're probably thinking a lot of the same things. So ultimately, I'm focusing on, and I know many of you are, because many of you believe we are co-creating, creating, and miscreating our lives, our future, our words create. Many of you believe that. Some of you are still getting it. But the ultimate thing is I continue to focus on, and I encourage you to continue to focus on the positives, the beautiful feeling that goes along with something that you don't quite have yet, to create it, to bring it into existence. Focusing on these positives, that there is abundance, that there is, beautiful positive in the world. And then when something crappy happens, acknowledge it. Wow. Because anytime things, the image I had this morning in meditation was, I am a butterfly flapping his wings as hard as he can in high vibration to affect the other side of the world. So I'm flapping my wings as hard as I can in high vibration, that eye of the storm, walking through in high vibration, in peace, to continue to draw that beautiful energy in, that high vibration. So high vibration, that's what it's all about for me. So, all right. There's the message that was given to me, and I impart on you. Have an amazing day. intuitivemessenger.org is my website. And thank you for all of you buying the 5 questions spread. Man, I got to leave that on because you guys have been loving it. Every time I hit send, I go, okay. And then the response back is, wow, wow, wow. I mean, somebody even wanted some AT&T. One of the questions was about a person that passed on, and the spirit delivered right on with, cosmic caffeine, someone who had crossed over their energy, and even a message. So it was really cool. I'm showing up. I'm showing up in as high vibration as I can and allowing the messages to come through. And remember, allow these videos. I literally say anyone who comes in contact with me, Mitch Osborne, in any way, shape, or form would resonate, operate, and vibrate at that high frequency, would receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, balance, peace, harmony, abundance, and joy. Not because of me, but because I'm just a clear channel allowing it through to you. And if you just accept it and receive it, your vibration will change and raise. And it may not be, way up here today, because that would hurt and you would probably just explode. But as you slowly raise your vibration, you will literally see physical changes in yourself. Jamie and I talked about this, how we look younger when we are staying in a higher vibration place. All that being said, so no cosmic caffeine this Sunday night. I am out of town. It wasn't going to work that I could be on, but Jamie and I are using this time to regroup. And we are really excited about what's coming. Really, really excited. So great positive changes. It probably won't affect you that much. You'll just go, oh my gosh, this is so much better. So hang tight. Talk to you later. Namaste. Check out my website. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to Facebook if you feel led, and share as you feel led as well. Namaste. Bye.